let's break down my match versus Ashgar Arifi. Just want to sort of give some details, sort of the background going into this match and some of the technical battles, because I know jiu-jitsu can be really hard to watch if you're not super familiar. Before we even start, I guess my mindset going into this. So a few different things about this competition is one, Ashgar. Ashgar's a beast. He's only been competing a few years. I don't even know how long he's been training, but he's been competing hard. He's had, I think I'll get his record up. Something like 45 wins, 27 by submission. If you go through, he's doing comps interstate. He's a pretty light guy, so he can fight as low as 145, which is I think just over 66 kilos. And he's had some wins, he's had some losses, but has a lot of comp experience. And a lot of guys. So I sort of walk around 70, 71. But I sort of had a chat with my coaches and I was like, it'd be cool to give weight cutting a shot and see how it goes. So I went in at 66.5. So that was a bit of a different experience. Harder than I might have guessed, even though it's not a ton of weight, but just the rehydration process, I've still got to figure out how to do that. So anyway, Ashgar, he's a blue belt, but not taking him lightly at all. I watched a bit of his comp footage going into this, and he's just fast, he's athletic, he's a beast. Have a look at this here. Sort of his signature move is he hits these duck unders where he just slips under the back here, gets to everyone's back. That's actually the other guy doing the duck under, but Ashgar hits him too. Just a really good wrestler who dives on the back from turtle and pretty much submits everyone by rear naked choke, body triangle. So definitely not taking him lightly, definitely put in a lot of prep for this match. Cool, so we're underway, and I know that's the plan. He also, these 10th Planet guys, they like to play with these mercy style grips where they just grip in, and it's a bit of a stalling thing, but you can sort of set up moves from it. So immediately he's doing that and pulling away. He's really strong. He grabbed my head for a collar tie, I think here, and it was just a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. And I run into guard. So that's the game plan from the beginning, is I'm just trying to get 2-on-1 on one of his hands, dive under these legs and hopefully submit him. That's really it. I thought I'd catch him unaware. It's not really the wrestling game he's ready for. I do a good job getting the 2-on-1. Things to be aware of. So he stands sort of left foot forward, but he's not super clear on his stance. And that's the leg I want to try and get under in this example. And I get the 2-on-1 and I'm just throwing myself under his hips, hoping I can grab something. He sort of scrambles and it's not as clean as I would like. Bit of a knee shield. We get to Z guard and we get to De La Riva. So De La Riva is where I wanted to play from. And I'll show you exactly what I was trying to do from there. So once I get to De La Riva, I was trying to get this reverse scoop grip. So we go under the leg. And this is Lachlan Giles. If you guys don't know him, look him up. He's probably one of my favorite jiu-jitsu competitors. He's also a physio, so and he's from Australia, so gotta love him. And this is the move he did to win bronze in the absolute division in 80cc 22. He scoops grips De La Riva. He inverts to this position, to a shallow K guard, so he's sort of upside down. He's got his hand in and his shin in, and that pressure, it's a lot. You're really controlling that limb, sort of just the bottom quarter of it, and he uses that to push them over. Wraps his right leg around, gets into backside 50-50, and this would have been exactly how I wanted to finish Ashgar. Dig the heel here, gets the knee in between his knees, right hand on the heel, and that's a beautiful, nice tap, and you really got to work hard to submit these big boys. So I get that position, and I kind of go for it, but you can see I don't really get my shin in front. He's doing a good job turning and running with it, but I'm really connected hard. And just working super hard there. I sort of get it, and he runs through. Ends up being just a bit of a scramble scenario. And luckily he sits back. Yeah, he obviously felt the pressure, sat back to a hip. There's no points in this period. And I managed to get to 50-50. So that's so there's backside 50-50, which Lachlan got to. And then if they sort of turn around, you end up in 50-50, which is even position, sort of leg configuration. Beautiful. And I'm digging the heel early. This is exactly when I'd be 30 seconds into this fight. This is what I spent the whole camp working on, finishing 50-50, getting 50-50. I'm there. I just have to do it, and he's just tough. he's familiar with the position. I wouldn't say it's his favourite position, but he certainly was defending his legs well. He was going for attacks on the other end. This is what I would like to do. So we can see me in this sort of position. If we can pause at the right time. So his right leg, which is the one here, is the one in between my legs. That's the one I'm trying to attack, but his left leg's over the top of it. This left ankle is protecting it. So essentially you just have to figure out a way to get that off. And the way that I was trying to do it is this same guy, Lachlan Giles. He's got a little thing on it. You push it off, control the leg, pull it up, and wrap under. Now it's nice and smooth, not always that easy in practice. And that's what I'm going for this whole time. But he's like coming up into it, and he's hand fighting really well. I don't really have that moment to think. I get close a couple of times, and then he threatens a counterattack. Eventually, this is the moment I did. There's a bit of back and forth here. He's really heavy on the hand fight. Just trying not to get submitted. As he steps up here, you can see that, boom, he puts that left leg behind, which is great if you want to step up, but it's sort of giving me what I want. So I get the scoop grip under it, I pull it back up, and this is about as close as I got. Tried to lift up to get the ankle, and he just does a decent job. He slims that left leg back in there. And it's close but not close enough, and that's sort of the lesson in jiu-jitsu. Sometimes you got to just do a move over and over again. He's looking at his corner for advice. I just kind of lost a bit of focus here. I was just squeezing the shit out of this. His other leg's in the way, so you can't really, it's like choking through two arms. It's possible, but you got to be a lot stronger than him. It was enough to get him thinking about it. But look, there's nothing here. His left leg's over the top. Can't really submit him. Cool. Chilling out here. But this one I'm pretty tired. 90 seconds. That's about the effort I have in me. Working the same position. He's doing a nice job. He's threatening as well. That was one thing that wasn't thrown off by the position at all. And I start to get a bit lazy. I get almost pretty close, but you can see my leg position starts getting a bit loose. And as we roll through, I try and grab this Woj lock. So Woj lock is from 50-50, and it's kind of like a reverse ankle lock. So I've got his ankle on this side. I'm trying to get his heel in front of my body, and for the forelock. And it's a nice little submission for 50-50 because it creates a bit of a dilemma. Like if the heel comes in front, I can't really heel hook him because it's in the wrong position, but I can do this lock. And the way to get out of this is to push through in the other way, which sort of gives me the heel hook. So I kind of get this position, but once again, he's just hand fighting really well. I'm squeezing the shit out of it, but I maybe have to be a bit more persistent and hard on it. Squeeze, not really getting anywhere. Meanwhile, he's attacking my legs, and you can see, I don't really want to be in a triangle here. I'd rather be ankle on top of ankle. That gives you a better position for clamping down. The triangle looks better, but you can sort of slip it off the toes a bit easier. And he's doing a good job of addressing me when I have a genuine threat and then attacking when I don't. And here I probably don't, and you can see this top leg. Boom, I'm searching in here, but I don't quite have it. He's got his left leg over the top, and he slips over and he grabs the heel. So luckily my knee's almost out, so I managed to stomp and turn, but he's really cranking on it here. I roll out of it, and it's no worries. He comes up, he sort of sits back for another leg attack, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't even know what he was going for then. Pushes me down, 3 minutes 30. So look, I had a good shot. I tried my A game, didn't work. So got to switch it up at this point. I'm thinking, look, I got to get sweep, get on top, stay on top, try and finish from there. But I'm so tired. I go for my same De La Riva entry. I almost get the scoop grip, but he's just a bit quicker than me now. I get under it, and he lifts the leg out. It's not going anywhere. I sort of have chances to pummel over the top here and maybe take arm bars, but I'm still working at that. And he gets a nice reverse sort of, I don't know what to call that, but he gets a scoop grip on my hips and uses that to turn me over to north-south. I almost get it back, but he does a great job of passing. So boom, luckily he passes me before the points period, so no points at this point. I'm taking a big deep breath here. He's really cooking me. I'm not, in hindsight, not super concerned here. He's just grabbing my hips. It's not really going for a whole lot. I think his A game's attacking the back, but I'm not sure 100% what he's setting up here. He's in north-south. I'm stuck. He steps over, and I think he's going for an arm bar, but I'm not entirely sure. I think he might be a bit more of a creative player than having like a specific threat from this position. But yeah, he just sees my right arm go up to the top here. He steps over it. I roll through it, and I sort of get deep and just scramble on top. So this is a great position for me, but used a lot of energy. I'm trying desperately to keep him on his back, If I can keep on his back, I get points for sweeping him. He does a good job of standing up. I swim around to the back. So I do a mat return, but I remember just thinking here, I'm bloody exhausted. I'm spent. I get him to the ground, and he's got his right leg up. I wish here, and this is maybe a fatigue thing, maybe just didn't practice it enough. I wish I'd done more to break him down. There's this clip I'll show in a sec where Craig Jones, where he attacks Turtle, and his whole Power Ride series is about like hooking legs and using that to really pin someone down who wants to stand up. We knew Ashgar wanted to stand up here, and I just sort of step onto the back and fall over. And he rolls with it. I end up in this position. I have the seat belt, but I'm really right at the top, so he can sort of get his hips higher than mine and slip out. What I needed to do here is run to his back. I needed to get from this position over here to right around his back, but I just hesitate, and he gets me with an easy sweep. Nice effort by him, well timed, and you can see me crawling back to the center of the mat. This is when my shorts came undone. I sit down, he's like, hey mate, your shorts are undone. I was like, oh yeah, whoops. Take as long as I can. Need a massive breath here. Good, and we're down. Puts us in the position. I have the body lock, not really where you want to be from bottom though. He's got a nice hip switch. And we start. I try and scramble out of it, but the pressure's getting to me. And he's just cooking me here. And he's doing a good job of it. You know, just heavy cross face. I think we reset again. Yeah, just sort of letting me make the mistakes. In hindsight, I maybe could have just taken my time a bit more here, just worked a bit more for my back. But he's just heavy on the pressure and really trying to get me to turn away. He wants me to turtle, he wants to take the back. That's his game plan. Chokes everyone from there. And eventually I do. I'm sort of sitting here. I'm framing. It's good frames. I'm well defended, and he's adjusting. That's sort of the game. He goes to north-south, and he steps over again for that leg. It must be a move that he goes for all the time, just attacks the armbar as people turn. And then he sees me turtle up, which is what I did last time, and he's like, oh, I'm going to take the back here. And he gets a beautiful chair sit to take my back. Now, I'd worked a lot of back defense for this camp because I knew that's what was going to come up. I knew he did the body triangle. I knew he choked with his, if you can have a look, his left hand's over the top, right hand underneath. So he's left-handed, which really, I think, probably throws people for a loop. But I was ready for that. I was like, okay, his hand's going to be on this side of my chest. And he gets me in the body triangle. Let's just go back a second here. Which is really hard to get out of. And I'd worked some technique for it, but I think just at this stage in the match, you know, you're already gasping for breath, and then someone wraps a body triangle around you. That's taking the breath away even more. And then he's doing like that hand thing where they cover your nose and you can't breathe there. You're just really putting the pressure on. But I want to undo this body triangle. I want to get underneath it and get this leg across my body. So Danaher shows it in his positional escapes. You sort of swim your left leg under, boom, then you swim your right leg under and you unhook it. And from there you can pretty much do whatever escape you want. The threat's not there. As long as you're controlling the choking arm, you're all good. That's a nice escape that I drilled a lot for this camp. You can see me, I want to get this left leg under, but as soon as I get even close, meanwhile he's working for a straitjacket program, you know, he's trying to get his heel in, and then I switch sides and he switches the body triangle again. I'm like, okay, reset, okay, choking arm, good, get head position, good. All right, start thinking about the body changing sides, and he switches. He's just, look, it's his A game. I'm exhausted, and he's working me here. He eventually does get the arm trap during this whole process. I'm doing well. I'm pretty strong in my forearms, so I can sort of hold him off, but the left arm's gone. He's holding my face. I can barely breathe. I do a nice bridge to get back in there. I do end up getting the other hands. I attack the hands like I wanted to, like on the hands, but he just gets a nice choke in there, and yeah, wasn't gonna nut it out for 36 seconds. Yeah, brilliant. Props to Ashgar. He's total beast. Was happy to be in there with him, but yeah, just want to break that down. If anyone's interested on any of those techniques, yeah, definitely lots of things to pick up from there. Lots of things that I learned. I think mainly I probably could have just spent more time. Like, I got him in my A game. I got him in 50-50 where I could have hooked him, could have gone for my other moves, but I probably didn't rep the finishes enough, rep against people that are willing to sort of push the edge on that. So that was a big problem, because essentially I got my A game and it didn't work. And then two, the cardio wasn't there, and whether that was a weight cut thing, whether that was me not training enough, probably both. And yeah, Ashgar's just good, man. Yeah, all respect to him. Was good to be in there. Would be keen to have some roles with him in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, just thought it'd be of interest.